Hey gang, Tony here. It is 8:46 in the morning, and it is a Friday, which means only one thing. Well, actually it means two things today, but usually it only means one thing, which is I am going out to
turn left onto Cherry Lane Road.
I'm going out to the yard sales. I have my GPS on because I don't want to have to. I actually have addresses for the few
now turn left.
yard sales. Obviously, I pretty much know where I am, but I
now turn left.
Thank you. I don't want to miss the yard sale, so I am using that. Anyway, so out to yard sales. Only 3 today that I found searching the old internet. I'm hoping to maybe spot 1 or 2 other ones that weren't listed. Those are usually the best ones because no one knows about them unless you see the signs. The other reason I'm out, and this is very exciting, is because I'm finally sending out the Candy Corn Apocalypse membership packs, which I realize have been kind of a longer wait than was anticipated. But the t-shirts finally arrived. That's all I was waiting on, was the printer to get the t-shirts to me, which ended up taking close to a month for them from the time. Well, it was less than a month. It was like 3.5 weeks, I guess, something like that, maybe 3 weeks. But I finally got the shirts, got everything packed up yesterday. My trunk is filled to the brim right now with all your packages, so I am gonna hit the post office after some yard sailing. And just throwing it out there, there are a few membership packs, or if you just want a t-shirt, there are some t-shirts. They are limited at this point, so they only have a limited number of t-shirts in limited sizes for obvious reasons, since I made the order already. I ordered extras so that I'd have some extra, but they will last only so long. Hey, alright, so first yard sale wasn't there at all. I went right to the address, wasn't even like pretending to be set up. I don't know what the deal was with that. And then I hit the second yard sale, which was really small and really not much going on there, but I got a free tiny cup of coffee from them, and I bought a surge protector. It was marked as $3, got it for $2 because I have to haggle, even if it's, I won't haggle if it's 50 cents or $1, but 3, I say 2. And I hit the post office and I sent off your packages, they're coming. And then I stopped here, which is my local supermarket, so I could get more coffee, because that tiny little cup of coffee was nothing. I just destroyed it. I destroyed it. I need more coffee. So I'm going to get coffee, and then I'm going to hit that last yard sale, which is kind of 20 minutes away from here or so. And hopefully there's something good there. All right, see you in a bit. Okay, so the last yard sale, sorry, I forgot what I was going to talk about. I got there like 10 minutes early. It was supposed to start at 10, and I got there about 9:50 or so, thinking that was enough lead time. I was wrong. I get there, and the place has a good like 4 or 5 people browsing around. I saw one dude who I know to be a career yard sailor because I see him at yard sales like all season. I just always see him at the flea market at the yard sales, so I know he's out there buying stuff. And then there's this other couple who, I don't know if they're brother and sister. They kind of looked alike, but they could have been husband and wife. I have no idea. They were on the younger side. But there's this box sitting there, so I go over to look through it, and the girl's like, no, that's our stuff. And I was like, oh, okay, I'm sorry. So I got there 10 minutes early, and they already had a box filled. I mean, it looked like a box of stuff that was being sold. It was filled with junk. So they already had a big box filled up, and she was kind of like guarding it. And then the guy that she was with was just kind of going through everything and just they ended up leaving with 2 full boxes of stuff. And they were just shamelessly both on their phones looking up prices of things as they were standing there. It was a sight to behold. None of the stuff they were buying was really crap that I get. I mean, they were buying up they had a lot of like old Fisher-Price toys and stuff, and like just kind of junky toy kind of things. you know, I'm sure, you know, they're being sold for like 50 cents a dollar or whatever, so I'm sure they can make a few bucks on it, but it's not stuff that I buy, and I'm not really buying stuff to sell like that anymore. I don't know that I ever really did, but I don't have the time to waste doing that kind of shit. So I was a little annoyed because of the fact that they were there so early and had a box of stuff, but whatever. I did get a few things. They didn't catch everything, so I did manage to get a few cool things. I think I'm gonna wait until the end of the video to show you guys, because one of the items I bought is actually like a Ziploc bag filled with a few different things, and you won't be able to see it very well if I just like show you now. So I'll wait until the end. Hey gang, Tony here. Happy Halloween! I'm getting conflicting reports on whether or not that is actually today, May 1st, or if it was yesterday, April 30th, but it's close enough. We're halfway to Halloween. Let's celebrate. How can we celebrate? Yeah, you knew I was going to do this. Tonight, if you're watching this video the day I post it, which is May 1st, Sunday, we are finally doing the big secret project reveal video live hangout thing, and it starts at 8 o'clock p.m. Eastern. It's going to go for probably a couple of hours because we have a lot planned, including giveaways, special guests, drinking games, live chat on YouTube, and of course the reveal of the big secret project, which is the thing I'm most excited about. So, yeah, one last time, if you can make it, I would love to see you guys there. It's going to be a blast, and we could celebrate Halloween together. But this video, of course, is to complete the good old yard sailing of the weekend, and I did pretty well. I'm probably going to complain a little bit because I had a couple of experiences that just solidify my hatred for smartphones and the internet and what they're doing to the yard sailing as a whole. I've said it 200 times. I'll say it 200 more times. You know, cell phones and eBay and the internet are ruining yard selling because everyone thinks they're a friggin' genius when it comes to what's worth money, or, you know. And secondly, there are just way too many people collecting video games. It's killing me, man. Killing me. Alright. Which isn't to say I didn't get some good stuff, but we'll get to that. So on Friday, these were 50 cents each, so I got a couple of old VHS Pokemon movies. And, you know, like I said, I'm not really into this, and I don't think they're worth anything. I didn't really bother looking it up, but probably to give to people, giveaways or trades or whatever, you know. If you do want these, let me know. We could do a trade or something. It'd be fun. So, grab those just for the hell of it. And this I got for me, the Disney Afternoon PVC figures. And they actually have one from each of the shows: DuckTales, Chip and Dale, Rescue Rangers, Gummy Bears, and Tailspin. These were shows that were on in the afternoon. I used to watch these. I used to love these cartoons. And these are actually promotional items that were in cereal boxes. So if you look at the back, it says, look for these Kellogg cereals to complete your set of 16 Disney Afternoon figures. And in fact, I did. We have a lot of these. I don't know if we have all of them, but we definitely have most of them, because my father helped me do this, and we would get all the box tops and send away for them. And we have most of them from the mail-in, but I didn't know that they actually sold like this. So this was an awesome find. I think I paid the $2 for it. I don't think it's worth much of anything, but I want it. It's gonna go on the wall. This is awesome. I love it. All right, so that's one of my favorite finds of Friday, and just as good. I mean, these are just as good, really. Ziploc. It was a bag for 25 cents, and they are old school, vintage bendies. I don't know if you guys know bendies, but I got some cool ones here. This is my least favorite, but it's still, still alright. It's a little rat, or a mouse. You know, they're called bendies because obviously they bend and stuff. So he's a cool guy. But the rest of these are much better. Next we have like a sort of a King Kong sort of looking thing. And I think it's, you know, it looks like a monkey, but I say King Kong because it looks like it has a little person in his hand. So, I'm going from my least favorite to favorite. So, the next one is amazing. I love this one a lot. Got a little Medusa. And finally, my favorite one, Cerberus. Well, I don't know if it really is Cerberus, but Cerberus style, the three-headed dog thing, right? Wah! So those were 25 cents for all of them, and they're so cool, you know? These little vintage style things, I just love them. So that was a cool find, I thought. I didn't look any of this stuff up because I just plan to keep most of this. That's stuff that I like. I have shifted mostly to just buying stuff that I want for myself. I haven't really been thinking about like selling stuff too much. I believe... Oh no, there was one more thing. I also got, this was also Friday, little Mickey Mouse puppet, push puppet thing. So when you push on the bottom, it kind of... This was 50 cents. It's from 77, something like that. Gabriel Mickey Mouse push puppet thing. Again, Disney stuff sometimes is worth money. I didn't bother looking this up either because I'm just planning on keeping it. I wouldn't be surprised if it's not worth anything, but I don't care. It's cool. Look at that. Who wouldn't love that? I mean, I know I'm a horror fan and all that stuff, but that's just... I love these little old plastic toy things. It's too cool. Alright. So, next up. Okay, so the next day we go out. Actually, I have some video of driving to my brother's house that I may or may not put right here. And then after I got to Mike's, we went driving around. There was a community sale, and the community sale got really packed really quick. Mike and I got there early, so we actually managed to hit a couple sales before anyone, which is good because I found something amazing. Well, not amazing, but I got a good score. And I'll show you that really quick. It was... I don't collect PlayStation 2 stuff, and I usually pass on PlayStation 2 stuff when I see it, but this was hard to pass on because it was in really, really good shape, and it came with this carrying case. So, as you can see, got this really cool PlayStation messenger bag, and in the messenger bag, I'm not gonna unpack this whole thing because I'm sure you guys know what a PlayStation 2 looks like, but inside is all the hookups and 4 controllers, 2 of which are actually, I don't know if these are more desirable or not, because again, I don't really collect the PlayStation 2 stuff, but 2 of the controllers are these like blue see-through looking ones, which is pretty cool. Everything is in super nice condition, and then there's the PlayStation 2 in there. I have not tested this yet, as you could probably tell by the fact that it's all packed away still. So I got all that. And I don't have any PlayStation 2s because, like I said, I don't really collect for it. So I figured that was really nice. And it also came with a bunch of games. Wow, there are more games there than I initially realized. And again, as you can tell, I didn't even open these or look at them because the price was so sweet that I just bought it. And I didn't really think twice about it. She wanted $15. I gave it to her. I didn't haggle or anything because, frankly, $15 seemed like a really good price for this. Trying to get this open. There we go. Alright, so there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 games. I do know from looking through that they're not great games or anything. So I did glance at them. But what do we got? We have a PlayStation 2 demo disc. We have Major League Baseball 2K5. So, of course, if you follow video games at all, you'd know that Everything's in there. It looks good. You'd know that sports games are not really very desirable. Got another baseball game, Slugfest. I generally... Oh, cool. This one actually has a memory card in it, which is good because I don't have any PlayStation 2 memory cards. And that was something I was going to have to buy so I could play this system. So that's a lucky thing that they had one in there. MX vs. ATV Unleashed. So it's a racing game. You know, this is stuff that I'm not really into. So I don't know. This I'll hold on to. I like the Namco Museum kits. I have a few of these now, not for PlayStation 2, but for like GameCube and stuff. They tend to have, like, this has Mrs. Pac-Man on it, a couple of racing games, Galaga, regular Pac-Man, yeah, stuff like that. Everything's in super nice condition though. Everything's complete. I mean, that's really what sold me on this package. Because normally when you see PS1, PS2 stuff, it's in ratty condition and it doesn't have all of the stuff. Ah, sweet! Another memory card in this one. This is Downhill Domination. Downhill Domination. Looks like a BMX kind of bike game. And we got Secret Weapons Over Normandy. I guess that's an airplane game. Airplane fighting game. I've never played any of these. Ah, sweet. Another memory card. I'll take it, you know? I'm more excited about the memory cards than the games. And finally we have... What is this? Oh, this is not a game. Is it? I don't know. This is Ace Combat 5, The Unsung War Behind the Combat Preview DVD. The making of cinematic exclusive artwork and more. Alright, so this is like probably... It was probably like a pre-order bonus kind of thing back in the day. So it's actually 6 games and 1 promo item. After that, we decided to head out to this other sale, which was advertising several video game systems. I don't remember if I told you guys about this or not. And collectibles and, you know, Pokemon cards and Magic the Gathering cards and all this stuff. And Mike and I both knew, just based on the listing, the way it was listed, to be cautious, not to get too excited, in other words. So we get there. We're a little early. First one's there. They're still setting up. And there's a lot of cool stuff, you know, magazines, from like gaming magazines to wrestling magazines, a bunch of cards, collectible cards and stuff. They ask what I'm looking for. I tell them video games. They said they have GameCube, Xbox, PS2, and Wii. So out of those systems, the one I just bought a PS2, but the most exciting would be the GameCube. So I say, oh, I'd be interested in GameCube. They come out with a giant box filled with stuff. There's a GameCube. There are all the hookups, controllers, and then there had to be about, I want to say, at least 20 to 30 games. So, of course, I see that, and I just immediately say, how much do you want for everything? First indication that this is not going to go well. Oh, we have a list. Give me a second. So they leave to get the list. I'm like, oh, crap. So I start looking through the games, and there are some good ones in there, man. There was Paper Mario Thousand Year Door. Is that how it goes? Paper Mario for GameCube. Metroid Prime, another Metroid game, Metroid Zero, I think. Luigi's Mansion, which I already have, but it's a desirable game. Mario Party games, and a bunch of just. It was looking good. And I was very excited. They come back, and he asked what I was interested in again. I was like, well, how much do you want for everything? You ready? Are you I don't think you're ready. Let me prepare you. I'll just $500. $500 he wanted. Oh my god. Okay. I'm like, wow. I don't walk around with half a grand in my pocket, generally speaking. So I was a little put off, but then I was thinking to myself, well, maybe maybe he just thinks because it's everything. So I ask him how much he wants for certain games. So he starts looking through the games. I was like, well, here, for instance, Paper Mario. How much would you want for Paper Mario? He looks at it, looks at the list. Oh, that's the most expensive one of them. That's $45. Now, I happen to know the prices of some of these GameCube games because I was going to try to buy Paper Mario online a couple times. And I know for a fact that that's about the average eBay selling price for that particular game. I was like, all right, and I asked a couple other prices, and they're all eBay prices. They looked everything up. They had a friggin' stapled list of everything. So I had to walk away. I mean, he wanted eBay prices, and even if you haggle from that point, you're not going to get very far. I mean, you'll save a few dollars, but who the hell? I mean, it's the average eBay selling price, meaning that you could technically probably, if you want to wait and try to do it, you could probably get it for 30-something on eBay. So I walk away. As soon as I'm walking away, this group of people that I recognize from the community sale come walking up. They look like young, too. They look like they're in their 20s. There's like 2 guys and a girl and a couple other people. They have all long hair. They look like hippies or something. And young. And they beeline straight for the friggin' GameCube lot. They surround it. They encircle it. And I hear them talking, how much you want for everything. I'm like, is it really that everywhere? Everywhere, it's just people going straight for this stuff. So it's really killing me. Try not to dwell on it. Sorry I chewed your ear off about this, but I'm just like, oh my god. So that's kind of the state of the gaming community right now, is that everyone and their mother collects it and knows what it's worth. And everyone who's selling even at yard sales are going to be looking up prices. The PlayStation 2, I was lucky, I'm thinking that these kinds of scores are going to be less and less as time goes on here. Okay, moving on. Sorry about that. I just had to get off my chest because I'm like, oh, it's not going to be very good for much longer. I got this for free. It was in a big crate of toys that they're just giving away. So I took one because it's a monster of some kind. At that crappy yard sale where they're selling everything for too much money, I actually did pick up 2 Nintendo Power magazines. These are newer ones. This is like 2010. They're 50 cents each. So that's the anniversary issue, which is why I snagged it. And I got one other one, and for the life of me, I can't find it. I don't know what I did with it. I could swear I brought it up here, but I have one more of these somewhere. So that was, I kind of almost didn't even want to give them the 50 cents, but what are you going to do? And then we got Sugar Hill Gang, Rapper's Delight on vinyl. That was $1 at the flea market. I don't know. I felt like buying it, so there you go. And there was this guy who, I'm still looking around trying to figure out what the hell I could have possibly done with that magazine. I bet it's in my trunk or something stupid. This is something I was actually going to buy new, like maybe a year or 2 ago it came out. And I found this at the flea market, buried under a bunch of stuff for $1. So I had to get it because I wanted one when they came out. They're new. They're these little puppets. Uglies, I think they're called. Ugly Pug. And you turn it on. Okay. It could get annoying pretty quick, but I mean, for $1, you could probably get them real cheap now, like new. I wouldn't be surprised, to be honest. That is almost everything. There's one other thing I want to show you guys. I have to move some stuff to do it, and you're not going to get a very good look at it because it's huge. But at one of the last sales that we went to, there was a top-loading VHS player, VCR, and I had to get it. Oh my god, it weighs about 50 pounds, probably more. It is crazy. I mean, look at this thing. This flips up. There are all these little dials and shit in there. There's something under here, I think. I can't see it. Let me see if I can find it. Oh, there we go. Let me open that up for you guys. And I'll hit eject here so you can see that pop up. Look at that. They wanted 10. I got them down to $5 pretty easily because it's an old piece of technology that I don't think most people realize that anyone would want. Again, so, you know, why buy this, right? It's a video cassette recorder as well as player, and I have been wanting to get a top loader. Ever since I went out yard sailing with Tony, Mr. Tony of the Dead. Check out his YouTube if you haven't. Last year, and he was talking about the top loading VHS VCRs, and I started looking into them. I was like, wow, yeah, you know, if I ever see one, I'll definitely pick one up. It's taken this long, and I finally saw one, so I went ahead and I bought it. I don't know where my freaking other magazine is. I'm gonna have to figure that out. Anyway, that is everything, guys. This was, again, a long video, I know. Perhaps if I didn't rant and bitch as much as I do about yard sailors and video game dealers and stuff like that, I wouldn't keep you so long. But that's about it. Pretty decent weekend. I mean, as much as I do complain, I found some cool stuff. I'm happy. Hope you guys are doing well. Tell me what you got. Do some videos. I'd like to see your yard sailing videos if you go yard sailing. Don't forget to hit up our live event tonight. I'll see you guys soon. Breathe deep in the night. Cheers.